It's funny, this is the corner that my day starts on at about 6 a.m. I'm going to get my truck. There's a fucking one of those. That right there is a full moon. I was listening today. You know, there's so many D-bags, I'll call them, in the bodybuilding podcast, social media world that it's very hard for me to want to listen to anybody that's a bodybuilder talk about anything. But I got a really good interview. This guy, Rick Valente, he was around in the kind of like Muscle Beach time, and he was talking about just everything about bodybuilding and how it saved his life. And you know, that's one thing that, like, just talking about the magic of Gold's Gym, and, you know, being at this gym I'm at now, like, when my girlfriend was like, oh, you know, when we were breaking up, and she was like, oh, you can work out over on my side of town, we live over there. And I'm like, you don't understand, I've been at this gym for almost 6 years now. You know what I mean? Like, these people are the only people I really know, and they're not just people I know, they're like family members, you know. Like, two of my best friends one's a retired sheriff's deputy, one's a retired chemist. He was a New York City police officer in the 60s. You know, the owner, Eddie, dude that works there, Serge, the girl that works behind the desk, you know, Anna. I mean, like, just people I've met there. Anthony, fucking Italian dude. I mean, so many people, from Marcus the mover to Steve the paint guy to Jonathan the CEO of fucking United, whatever it is. You know, like, it's like when he was talking about Gold's Gym and it being like magic and, like, you know, just the people, it's like that's what Powerhouse Gym in North Florida Avenue is to me. It's like it's not a gym, you know what I mean? It's kind of like a cross between, it's almost like a church and a social club combined, you know. Like, I get so excited when I know, when I feel like a good workout coming on, and I'm on the way to the gym, I'm feeling like, you know, ready to fucking crush some weights. And, you know, it's just such a all-consuming lifestyle. Like, it envelops everything in your life, from your diet to your sleep to your nutrition to your rest time, what you do when you're not there. And it's just such a distraction being a sober person, because, you know, listen, when I was, you know, there's been times where I come home and I tell anybody this, you know, I don't have a life. You know what I mean? Like, I have a life, but I don't really have a life where I come home and, you know, my wife's waiting for me, or I can go see my grandma and have a cup of coffee with her and my grandpa, or she'll make some spaghetti or whatever, or I can go see my mom, or, you know, go watch a football game with my dad. I don't have that shit, you know. And this is what I have, and it's been a godsend. Like, when I moved here, I had $1,007 in my name, and it's funny, man. I just, you know, God foreshadowed so much of this stuff in my life. It's crazy. Like, when I was a kid in Buffalo watching the Tampa Bay Buccaneers play the Buffalo Bills with their white helmets, the old school helmets, with the orange at the old stadium, or when the Bills played down here in the Super Bowl, I was like, I don't know why. As like a 14-year-old, as a 7-year-old, I said, I'm going to end up living in Tampa. A woman told me once, in 1999, I said to her, if you could live anywhere in Florida, I was in Port St. John or Merritt Island or Cocoa Beach or whatever. There's the moon again. Look how big the fucking moon is. I said, where would you live in Florida? She said, Brandon, anywhere on the Gulf side is beautiful. And this I'll call this the fourth quarter of my life as I get into the half-century mode. And I just, like I appreciate shit so much more from my health. Even though my neck is fucking bothering me right now. My health, my puppies, my kitties, my workouts, my friends, my job. Just being able to fucking stand more than fucking 15 minutes and not be 300 pounds. I just have so much gratitude in my life. And I just, listening to this guy talk about the gym, I can't tell you how many Friday nights it took and how many weekends I'd be in the gym. There'd be 2 people there, 3 people there, and it'd be 9 o'clock. People would be getting out, and people don't even go to the gym, But this gym, on the holidays, Christmas morning, Christmas Eve, the people that don't have family or don't whatever or are crazy are at the fucking gym. July 4th, when the fireworks are going off, there's people at the gym that just don't, New Year's Eve, the people that don't have family, that aren't going out or don't drink or whatever, they're at the gym, 11 o'clock at night, getting that work in, and that's something that I tell people all the time, random ass, people that I feel like would actually take my advice. But I've got people that I run into that I know a little bit or whatever. I'll be like, listen, I'll take you and your friend. You want to go to the gym with me? I'll take you one time. I don't just bring anybody. I've only brought 2 people to this gym in my entire 6 years of being here. I've only brought 4 people to the gym in my entire life because I don't work out with anybody. But if I can get somebody turned on and take them through a couple workouts and it changes their life, it's completely worth it. So listening to this, I want you to go visit Soft White Underbelly. Listen to this interview, Rick Valente. He's the guy on the Van Halen album 5150, and it's just if you're into bodybuilding and weightlifting, you got to listen to it.